So Red 5 is going to jump on the radio to say that using the runway lights. So once he counts 2.5 runway lights, the runway lights are spaced 200 feet apart here at Biggin Hill, so he'll count 2.5 lights and then say, "That's good there, boss." There he goes, that'll do you there, boss. So the boss now stops Reds 1 to 4, and there you go, Reds 5 to 8 at the back with Red 9 angled ready.
Take off nose turn, coming right as briefed.
So give them a big wave as they get ready to depart.
Shouldn't take off nose turn, coming right. 5, 8, radio. Smoke, lights on, go.
Here comes the noise.
There you go.
So there you go, last but by no means least, Red selecting his undercarriage up. The noise there being produced by those Rolls-Royce Ador engines, creating 5,200 pounds of thrust, keeping full power for this stream takeoff. You now see them all rejoining over to the east. They're getting ready to get into formation and get the jets prepped to start the display. Well, the Red Arrows are a military unit of around 120 personnel. We all volunteered to join the team, and the pilots in the team wear red suits. That's what Reds 1 to 9 you just saw get airborne. Myself, Red 10, the supervisor, and our officer commanding, Red 11, Wing Commander Martin Higgins, who is also a former Red Arrows pilot. I spent 3 years in the display myself. I'm now in my 5th year as the supervisor as Red 10, and it's a fantastic privilege to come back here to Biggin Hill, my hometown. I in fact grew up in Biggin Hill, born and bred, and then moved on to join the Royal Air Force after leaving school over in Orpington, and it's great to come home and talk to you fabulous people here at my hometown. So it's great to be back. I'm very much looking forward to talking you through this display this afternoon. I was hoping for a little bit better weather, but it's one of those things really. You may have seen on the news this afternoon we were in fact flying over Buckingham Palace for Her Majesty the Queen's 90th birthday, and that's always a great honour and privilege. We had lots of other Royal Air Force aircraft in front of us for the fly past, and then we followed up the rear with that red, white and blue stream. And if you saw the television, Her Majesty had a big smile on her face, so we're very proud of that as well. Well, the Red Arrow's primary aim is to demonstrate the excellence, speed and flexibility of the Royal Air Force, but we do have other roles, one of which is to help in defence diplomacy, another is to assist in recruiting for the British military, and we do support British industry. Another of our roles is simply to inspire, and just as I was inspired to join the Royal Air Force, having watched the Red Arrows here at the Biggin Airfair in the years gone past, we do hope that a number of our younger audience will indeed be inspired by what they are about to see, whether that is wanting to take on a career in aviation, or just ignite an interest in aviation, or indeed if they want to join a youth organisation. One of those in fact is the Air Training Corps, and we are celebrating the 75th anniversary of the Air Training Corps this year. So if you're between 12 and 18 and you want to join the Air Training Corps, just look up online. Red One's just said they're going to start with a rolling display. I was thinking it was going to be a flat display, but clearly I'm surprised. So this rolling display will see all 9 aircraft performing formation barrel rolls, We've actually got a new start to the show this year. We'll see the jets arriving in wall formation. This is a fabulous wide wall formation. It's 955 feet wide. You'll see all 9 jets arriving at around 400 miles an hour.
Where are they?
Come out of Canary. Yeah, they're so quick.
Last time I saw them, they were going around there, so maybe.
I don't think they'll come from over there.
So power, says Red One. He's just put a little bit more power on the jets. The wingmen all follow to get their engines spooled up, ready to start the display. And they're building that speed up through 350, 360, 370 miles an hour as they get ready to go into wall. And he's just called them into wall. So the smoke is soon to come on. So get your cameras ready. Starting, rolling, he confirms. This is great. We're going to see some formation barrel rolls. Let's now have a big cheer. Let's welcome now the Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team for 2016. I can't hear you cheering louder. It's the Red Arrows. You hear the voice there of Red One, Squadron Leader David Montenegro, as he enters a right-hand turn and calls the pilots into shuttle formation. From now 955 feet wide and the 6 feet apart as they form the shape. Red One, Squadron Leader Montenegro is in his 2nd year as the team leader, but he's a former Red Arrows pilot. He joined the team initially in 2009, leaving in 2011, having led the synchro. Right in the shape of the space shuttle. Side down at 2,000 feet. Let's give everyone a wave. Big wave. Miles an hour at 2,000 feet, upside down with the away from each other. The front right wing of this shuttle shape has the first of our 2 new pilots, who's Red 2, Flight Lieutenant Matt Masters. Matt started his career in the Royal Air Force as an instructor on the Tucano, teaching basic fast jet training. He then moved on to fly the Tornado F3, and he's more recently been on number 100 Squadron, which is at the Royal Air Force's aggressor unit. Front left, you'll see another shape being formed now. This one got its name back in the 1960s when NASA's Apollo program was in full swing, and it's aimed to depict the shape of the lunar landing craft from those Apollo missions. We put this in the display this year to celebrate a certain individual, Major Tim Peake, who's currently sat on the International Space Station. So celebrating his year and Britain's latest involvement with the space program, this is Apollo. You hear Reds 2 and 3 acknowledge them both to Typhoon in their voices. The idea is that the pilots continue counting in their heads using that cadence. And on the count of 4, they extend their air brakes. On the count of 6, they retract their air brakes, which drops them all back at the same rate to form this shape of the Royal Air Force's multi-role combat aircraft. This is Typhoon! Well, the other of our 2 new pilots is Red 3, and he's at the front left of that Typhoon shape. He is Flight Lieutenant Cy Taylor. He started his career as a pilot on the Tornado GR4, then moved on to fly the Typhoon on the Operational Conversion Unit, number 29. For 2016, which celebrates the Royal Air Force's fast jet workhorse, the Tornado Bomber Force. This force has been on near enough continuous operations for 25 years and the start of Operation Granby in the First Gulf War. So in from the right now, get ready for Tornado. Rolls around, Reds 1 to 7 in this tornado manoeuvre. Well, 6 of the 9 display pilots you're watching now have in fact come from the Tornado Bomber Force, one of which is Red 5, who's at the front left of the front 7 arrow shape. He is Flight Lieutenant Emmett Cox, and he's in his second year with 2 to join the Royal Air Force.